So I think when we look at the 21 milligram patch, there are a couple of items. You have to weigh more than 100 pounds.
Okay,
And
I do.
I think
Yeah.
you weigh more than
Yeah.
100 pounds. Okay. You don't have any heart disease or that I know of?
No,
or that
not
you
that
know
I'm
of?
aware of. You know, at this point, I just had a checkup and it seemed fine. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's good. So you could easily start with the patch.
Okay.
There are some disadvantages to the patch. And one is that it takes about 4 to 6 hours before it starts to work.
Okay.
So if you put a patch on first thing in the morning, it will slowly start to increase the nicotine levels in your system. It'll take about 2 hours before we get some really decent levels and
Okay.
4 to 6 hours before it peaks.
Okay. I'm guessing I'll get some cravings before it starts to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's part of the reasons why patches are good, or patch is good to give you your baseline nicotine levels, to manage your nicotine use during the day. But it's that startup first thing in the morning which can be a little bit of a problem.
Okay.
You might need something to help get you over those initial cravings.
So can I use something with the patch then?
Yes, you can. You can actually use the patch and use one of the oral products like gum, lozenge, or inhaler.
Oh, I didn't know that. I have a question about the patch. I've heard from people that if I had a cigarette when I was on the patch that I'll have a heart attack. And you know, it's kind of one of the reasons I've always stayed away from it, because I worried that if I give in that something awful might happen.
It's not going to trigger a heart attack.
Okay.
The bad news is that because you're a smoker, as you know, it does affect your risk of having heart disease. And that doesn't go away with the last cigarette. That does persist. So we recommend not smoking while you're using these products.
That's good to know, that if I have a slip that I'll be okay. That was really a worry that I had